Hey, good evening, everybody. Today is March 6th, 2025. It is a Thursday. It's actually been a really solid day. I haven't been able to track everything that I've been doing today, but because I had a friend over this morning, so I woke up at it was like 8 in the morning. No, it must have been like 8:15, and then got ready, got dressed, started the car, went to the bathroom, took Yvette to school, dropped her off, and then got home. And I was waiting on my boy Dylan. I texted him and was like, "Hey man, let me just cross these out real quick." I was like, "Hey man, you're good to come over whenever. Like we're done. We're good to hang out." So he came over like literally 2 minutes later. I was about to like come upstairs and start cleaning up all the dishes I had up here, and he was literally here, and I was just like, "Hello." when he, because in my mind he still walks everywhere. He's got a car now, so he literally just drove over from literally right down the street, and I was just like, "How did you get here so fast? Where did you come from? What happened?" And so we hung out. We literally just chatted in the kitchen for a while. My little brother got up and hung out with us for a bit, and then we played some of Corey's VR, um, his new VR, the Oculus Quest 3, and then yeah, Dylan was hanging out with us. We played some Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We went and ate at Sunrise. Um, there was something else we were doing. I don't remember what it was. Oh, dude, we walked outside because we were chilling in Corey's room, and we were like, like the siren head, and we were like, "What the fuck is that?" Right? So we outside, and we were sitting there. It was just like, and we were like, and like it's not the first time it's happened in our town. It's just really interesting to hear it. And I'm like, I don't know what that sound is. Like I'm sure it's something to do with an ambulance or wind warning or something. But we were just like horrified. It was crazy. And then we just were like, well, that's crazy. Time to head back inside. And so we went and played more video games. And we were just chilling. But yeah, it was cool to see Dylan. I haven't seen Dylan forever, like outside of my job. So that was pretty sick. He used to be our roommate, so we were like just catching up on life. And yeah, it was pretty fun. Felt like we did something else, but I don't remember what it was. That might have been pretty much it, bro. Got home. Yeah. And then, oh, I did laundry during that. I did 2 loads of laundry. Skips, just come in, bro. I did 2 loads. He's lurking at the door. I did 2 loads of laundry, so I have like a bin to organize behind me. And then I did write a new daily thought, and then I have a good daily thought to share today, so that's pretty sick. Skips, just walk in, bro. You're fine. And then I did edit and upload 4 video logs today. So I did the 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th video logs. So those will go up here in the next 5 days. And then I still have the 11th through the 6th of March. The February 11th through the 6th of March to upload. So I have literally all of them recorded except for the 1 week I took off. But I'll make those as well and then upload them. And so I have a whole bunch of video logs just to edit and upload. And so, yeah. So, goals for tomorrow are going to be brush teeth, video log. I'm going to write morning on this one so I know to actually do it in the morning because I keep skipping morning video logs. And today was kind of a one off, just hanging out with a friend. Schedule and appointment. There was one other thing that I needed to do tomorrow, and I'm just thinking of what it was. I do need to organize laundry, and then just put it away. I don't. So I got these black T-shirts. And I don't know if I want to like wash them all because they do have this weird like fresh. It's kind of like a fresh smell, but it has like a very specific scent. And I don't know if I want to like wash them all or anything. I do have my Landon. My cousin passed away. I've actually never met this cousin like ever once, but I know his mom and dad like pretty well. His mom was my dad's cousin, making him my second cousin once removed, which is very interesting. But he's having like a showing at 11 at our local funeral home, so I'm gonna drop in, say hello, say sorry. I don't know what else to do. Try and be a human for a little while. Uh, try and be a human. Show some empathy like a real person. Uh, no, it'll be nice. I have like a full black getup that I'm wearing on the daily, anyways. So, it'll fit at least. Organize laundry, do that. There's something else that I want to do. What is it? What is it? What is it? Something else I wanted. That was Anna's cardigan. She's leaving it in here strategically, apparently. Gosh, there was something I wanted to do. I guess not, man. I guess not. I'll figure it out later, I guess. I didn't like make a note of it or anything. I'll do new daily thought. New daily thought 225. So I have a daily thought to share on 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th. I actually need the 25th, 26th, and I think the 27th I didn't have a video log for. Literally opening up my video logs right now just to make sure. I did make a video log for the 27th. So I just need 225. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So wait, I missed 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Oh, I need 6 video logs. That's crazy. Oh, I think. Oh, my thing was on February 20th. I only made a morning video. I didn't make an evening one, and I never did an what is it? Gosh, dude, it's not a follow up. It's not a preemptive. It's a post mortem video log. Like I keep saying post mortem. I never made a video log after the fact. A recovery video log, a fill-in video log, a redemption video log. I don't know what to call it yet, man. I don't know what to call it yet. So new daily thought. I only need 2 more, really. So that's pretty sick. Yeah, daily thought today. I came across a video from a Vietnam documentary, and the guy in the video was talking about a war crime that he committed. I'm not going to get too detailed into it. He basically just killed a dude just because. Like, dude mildly inconvenienced him. He just murdered the guy. And it's just part of war, right? And which is crazy to say. But I have briefly, I've never like fully spoken to a Vietnam veteran. I've briefly seen a lot of them, briefly shaken hands, briefly like interacted with them, witnessed conversations that people will have with them at Canton and things like that. And I just sit there and I'm like, dang man, like I know that the Vietnam War was hard on our country. Like the people we sent to fight in Vietnam, it was hard, dude. Like they were told to do some horrendous things, like heinous, diabolical acts. I wonder, like constantly whenever I hear about the Vietnam War, what the difference in PTSD from American soldiers to Vietnam people, like Vietnamese people, dude. Like I wonder what the people who were affected, like I wonder what the PTSD for them was like. I wonder what it was like for the soldiers, for the kids, for the women and children, like the women and the men. Like I wonder about this, dude. Like I wonder a lot. It's just like I wonder if their PTSD was different from ours, cause like we sent our people from here to there to fight, and they were able to come back. The people they were fighting were still there afterwards. Like, you can't really napalm a whole village and then, like, not just be like, okay, everything's cool, we're good now. Like, dude, the village is still napalmed, bro. Like, the village is still gone. Like, the people are still dead. What? Like, that's crazy, bro. And we just kind of did that. Like as a country, like I'm definitely, if I ever have the chance, there's gonna be a lot of apologies for Vietnam. Like That is a crazy stain on American history, dude. Like, and people still to this day are just like, we don't actually know why we went to war. Like, why did we go fight in Vietnam? My guess is as good as yours, man. Like, dude, what do you mean your guess? What do you mean your guess? Who knows? Like, who was a part of the team that was just like, what if? Hear me out. And everyone was just like, let him cook. Yeah, that guy, he knows what he's talking about. Let's firebomb villages in Vietnam. Like, what, dude? Like, what? And I just wonder a lot about how it affected the average person in Vietnam. Because obviously, I don't know a single thing about Vietnamese economy, Vietnamese culture. I've seen Vietnamese cuisine on the internet, and it looks bussin'. I know nothing about anything to do with the Vietnam War and the impact it had on the Vietnamese. I'm really curious to understand like what their PTSD actually looked like what it came about in the form of. Like dude, I think about it, I'm like, there were probably, like, when was the Vietnam War? What years was the Vietnam War fought? 1954 to 75, dude. We were at war for 21 years, bro. What the fuck, dude? That's crazy. Why did we even get involved? Very interesting. So it ended 1975. So 50 years ago. It ended 50 years ago, dude. When was America? What years did America fight in Vietnam? So we only fought from 64 to 73. Direct military involvement for 9 years. And it was horrific for a lot of people, dude. That's crazy. 1964 to 73. My parents were 4 when the war ended, when America pulled out. That's crazy. The involvement began in the 50s and greatly escalated in 1965. That is crazy, dude. So, literally 55 years, 56 years since 1969, which was peak military presence in Vietnam. Like, there are people today who are born in 1969 who were 2 in 1971, and they had family members who were directly, like, I say impacted, it's a very light word, murdered, killed, R-worded, like, dude, like, family members who were directly impacted by this war, who dealt with all of this through childhood, and then dealt with that for the first 5 years of their life, very difficultly, probably survived, and are still alive in Vietnam today. How do they behave? Like, how do they act after that? Like, bro, you're from a war torn, like, you were born in war torn Vietnam. Like, there's a lot of stuff, and I say napalming villages. That is light. Like, napalm, just napalm, bro. That is a crazy thing. Agent Orange, like, there was horrific stuff going on in Vietnam. I wonder what it was like for Vietnamese people afterwards. Like, I understand that it was not good to be there, dude. I believe you. I don't need to see it or experience it to understand that it was horrific. Same thing with the Holocaust. I don't need to see the gas chamber to know that that was downright vile and horrific, but I am always interested in the afterwards. Because, like, how humans persevere is always very interesting to me, even more so than the actual, like, trauma moment is the trauma response. Like, how do they act? How do they feel after being born in war-torn Vietnam? How do they continue life after this? Because I'm like Vietnam is not it is I don't want to say not a global superpower or a global power with being wrong. Is Vietnam a global power? Vietnam is ranked 23 out of the 145 countries considered. It is emerging as a rising power in the Indo-Pacific. It ranks 25th globally. Vietnam is considered a regional middle power with good measures for its future resources. Current situation in Vietnam from the United States Institute of Peace. Okay, cool. Nearly 50 years since the end of the Vietnam War and more than a quarter century since the normalization. The normalization. 50 years of normalization. Vietnam is emerging as a rising power. Good. Cool. I wonder how their people are doing. Like, are there people who went through this like still alive and chill with America? Like, I understand that the government has to be chill with America because we're America. Like, you kind of have to go goody goody for America. Who won the Vietnam War? Was it South Vietnam? Oh, the North one. The North Vietnamese. Cuz that was the wow. So we lost the Vietnam War, like low key, dude. Low key, we lost the Vietnam War. Answer depends on the definition of victory. Classic America, bro. Classic America. Those who argue that the United States won the war. What? Okay. we argue we did. Okay, bro. So the communist Vietnam won, the North Vietnamese, but and the South Vietnamese army was who we were supporting. They lost. Right? Well, I mean, it depends on your definition of victory. But I'm curious if like there are North Vietnamese army men who are still alive today post-war, because if you're 25 in 1975, you're 75 today. Like we have Vietnam we have Vietnam veterans who walk around all the time. I wonder if they do too. Like, is it normal to be a South Vietnamese army veteran or a North Vietnamese army veteran? Like, I'm sure they were senselessly slaughtered. But I'm really curious how they're doing, dude. I would love one day to meet with these people and like bring a translator and just be able to like have a conversation and hear about how they're doing afterwards. Because I'm sure it isn't easy. I'm sure as shit it is not easy. And the crazy thing is, in America, we only have 70 to 80-year-olds. Like 65 to 80-year-olds probably is the very oldest. What year did America fight? We fought in 1964. So if you were 18 in minus 1964. Wait, how do I do this? So you'd be born in 1946. So 1946 minus 2025. So you'd be 79 today. And then we left in 73. So if you got drafted right at the end of the war, you'd be 70, right? So you have 70 to 80-year-olds in America. But that's because we were able to send 18 to 25-year-olds there and bring them back. When you live there, you can't exactly like just only affect 18-year-olds, right? So you could have someone who's 20 years younger than who's 50, whose family was affected by the Vietnam War. You could have someone who's 55 and their family was heavily affected by the Vietnam War. You could have someone who's 59 and they were raised throughout conflict. Like dude, I can see and hear the stories of, yeah, like I would bring grenades to my uncles. Like I would bring these people things to kill Americans with. Like I would do that. I would hide in tunnels like as a 6-year-old. Like I could hear these stories and I'm really curious to hear how they moved on from that. And yeah, so this has already been a 20-minute video log. I'm really interested in, because a lot of people are like, yeah, America, war crimes in Vietnam, they were not welcome home. I'm like, dude, how do you even, like, how do you still call the place home after it's hell? Like, we know that we sent our soldiers into hell. The Vietnamese are there. That's their home, bro. Like, they live there. They didn't leave after this. They didn't have a government to ship them somewhere else. Like, they stayed. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. How do they move on? And yeah, so this has already been a 20-minute video log. You're welcome. That's my thoughts on the Vietnam War. Obviously, I have a lot of people to connect with about it, and in the future, obviously not right now. I don't have any Vietnam vets in my room, but yeah, I'm really interested to see how people are post the Vietnam War, because obviously the governments are willing to speak to each other and we're willing to let Vietnam become a power, which is great. Like, that's cool. I think Vietnamese people are super dope from their food they make. There's a lot you can tell by people from the food they make. You can tell Texans have a big heart because it's bloated from all the cholesterol of that barbecue. You can tell the Idahoans have starchy veins because of all the potatoes. And you can tell that I don't even know where I'm going for this, but their food looks good and it seems really healthy. And I remember people talking about how it was cheap, really, really cheap. I do remember that. Vietnam on power structure. Vietnam. What is Laos? I don't even know. But yeah, obviously they're able to become a power 50 years later, and they have, like, I look up, is Vietnam a global power, and obviously it shows me Vietnam power, like wind energy, solar energy, energy situation, and energy companies, and blah blah blah, whatever. But I'm sitting here, I'm just like, I wonder how people, like the average Vietnamese senior citizen, is doing. Average Vietnamese age 2025. Wow. Whoa. People above 65 years old account for 5.5% of the population. Is that true, bro? Is that true? Holy cow, dude. That's crazy. Median age. Median age during the Vietnam War, 17. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck, dude? Life expectancy in Vietnam. So there are people who are over 50. Like, I would love to speak with some someday with a translator and hear how life is after the Vietnam War and how it's affected them, and if they talk about it, like if they actually talk about it, because in America it's kind of like a boogeyman. Like you don't want to ask about it. Like, it was horrific. You don't want to ask, and it's, like, don't ask unless they bring it up. Like, I don't know. I'd love to just. Obviously, I wouldn't enjoy hearing about it. It's probably horrific, but I would love to have the opportunity to be able to hear about it. Like, I think that'd be really special. So yeah, I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful March 6th. Happy Thursday. Have a good night.